just a slow rally. That's what it does. And a tough little, it's harder for us to trade these days with the less volatility. But welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps. We are using our levels that we give out in addition to price action opportunities might occur once the market paints some bars, and between both of them, we create opportunities to trade. The levels and the price action opportunities give us opportunities to trade. Now, we would like, on average, I would think is also true that we would average about 4 to 5 trades on a day, and I think an average is what is the key word here. Sometimes we get a few more, sometimes we get a few less, but that is what it is. And unfortunately, these days things are a little bit slower, so we have to exude some patience in our opportunities to find trades, because that's what the market is giving us or not giving us. It is what it is, as they say in French or English or Chinese, whatever. Anyway, that's what's going on here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And put them in the chat box area. And those of you who just might have come in a little bit late, if you look at the chat box area, you'll see the levels that are imprinted there for you. There they are. So we use those as a guide, and we can tweak them, we can add to them, we can adjust them a little bit. That's just a guide to our trading day. And that is what we are doing here every day from the floor. Well, I was going to say from the Florida Exchange, but that's not happening anymore. We used to be on the Florida Exchange, but that's not. It's not happening anymore. It's just the way it is. All right, so market is upticking here a little bit, coming up to our 99 area. And I did not get filled up there. I don't know if anybody else got filled up there or not, but I did not. So we'll see what it wants to do here. So again, we give you a level, and scaling around the level is what we would suggest, because we're not going to be perfect. We have 99, some scale a half a point above and below, some scale a point above and below, some scale just at the level. It all depends on your risk tolerance as a trader. That is part of the game as well. Getting in and getting out. How do we get in and how do we get out, right? But if you scaled in a half a point above and below, you did not. I did not get filled. Maybe if you scale, well, obviously if you scaled in a 99, you got filled. 98, you did get filled. So maybe some of you did that, and you got a nice turnover over here. So that was a nice trade if you did manage to jump in there at the 98 area against our 99. And we always say it's an area because we have to. I mean, it is what it is. It's an area that we are targeting, and we're not going to be perfect. I wish I was, but we're not going to be. And so we have to scale in and scale out. All right, let's see what numbers are coming out today. Obviously, tomorrow, the big number, the unemployment number is going to be released. Today, we have a couple numbers, 8:45 in about 10 minutes. PMI manufacturing index is coming out. And then at the top of the hour, ISM manufacturing index and construction spending. Both of those will be released at 9 o'clock. So it's really unfortunate we did not get filled. If you got in at 98, you're doing okay. Nice little trade there for you. And nice rotation off of our level up there at the 99 area. So if we do have a small number of PMI, well, it could be a mover, I don't know, at 8:45 in about 9 minutes. VIX is down to a 15 handle again. So that's not surprising. And then we have a couple other numbers at 9 o'clock. So a couple, numbers here to keep us entertained. We shall see what occurs, if anything. And so and then we'll see what happens after that. So we don't like to trade numbers, right? So it's not our favorite thing to do. We'd rather wait till the numbers are released and then trade the after effect of whatever happens at that point. So a couple numbers this morning, right around here. So be a little bit mindful of that if you're trading. All right. All right, let's see. Cyclical shares are leading the market higher again on Wall Street in the second half of 2021. The Dow closed up 0.6% yesterday. Futures tied to index tracking another 2% overnight, 0.2% overnight, while the NASDAQ finished in the red on Wednesday, and contracts linked to the index are inching lower before the opening this morning. Meanwhile, the S&P market's 34th record in 2021, closing above the 4,300 level. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty? Well, we did get up to 43. 06 area, we had that yesterday. Did come up there to it overnight. If you are trading, remember I said you can use our upper levels to help you trade. At night if you're looking for it, and that was our extreme level that we gave out. Extreme level we had 05. So strong first half for the stock market are generally a good omen for the rest of the year, according to some data service that goes back to 1950. Whenever there was a double-digit gain in the first half, the Dow and the S&Ps have never ended the year with an annual loss. Never, in capital letters. The Russell 2000 also climbed more than 17% in the first half of 2021 due to a strong rotation into value stocks. And that's something. Never. And who says never in futures of trading? Nobody ever says never. Keep that in mind. Just saying. Not that I know what's going to happen. I'm just saying. But it never happened that we're going to be end of the year with annual loss. Oil's in focus. They say that OPEC will convene via video conference today at 8 o'clock Chicago time to discuss next phases of production policy. The group is optimistic about market conditions, with the WTI crude up 50% to $74 a barrel since the beginning of the year, and it's at its last meeting. Mouthful. OPEC announced to supply an increase of 2.1 billion barrels per day between May and July, and analysts expected they could bring in another 500,000 barrels per day online starting in August. Right, the market is kind of teetering back here to our blue band, 94 level as well, which is our pivot. If you maybe an opportunity to, that was a little support area there. Pivot and our blue band. So a couple of reasons maybe to dip your toe if you wanted to get long. We do have a number coming out here at in about 4 minutes. So Be careful if you're going to have any position on. And you had a nice rotation against our 94 level there. Maybe first buy, first time rotation back to it. China today celebrated its rulings. Communist Party's Centurion, a big show. That means 100-year mark. A big show in Tiananmen Square. Saber rattling by President Xi. Also made some news after he warned that bully nations will get their heads bashed in. Hailed a new world and committed to the unification of Taiwan and a grip over Hong Kong. While there are plenty of geopolitical headlines that can be written about the event, let's take a deeper dive into the Chinese economy and its history. The People's Republic of China was founded in 1949. The Chinese Communist Party was formed 3 decades earlier in 1921. At the time, there was a lot of global upheaval, and Chinese young people were heavily influenced by Marxist thinking and workers' rights. In the early years, Chairman Mao. Can we repeat the postal levels again in the chat box area, please? Chairman Mao launched various social, political, and economic campaigns, such as the Great Leap Forward in 1958 and the Cultural Revolution in 1966, which devastated China's economy and resulted in millions of deaths. As a result, Mao's successor, Xi Jinping, implemented a series of market reforms after taking over in 1978. Those included sweeping open door policy, which was the first time the country opened its to foreign investors. As private companies developed in the 1980s and 90s, they sought technological knowledge for many foreign companies to stave off the rising competition in liberalized economies. Can we repeat the levels one more time, please, in the chat box area? These developments surrounded China's fourth modernization plans. Also, pillars were made up to agriculture, industrial, defense, and social sciences and technology. Xi jumped in 2012, is arguably the most influential Chinese leader since Mao. Xi even written himself as a CCP's constitutional and eliminated limits on his time in office. On the economic front, GDP has grown steadily on his watch, and he is the architect of the Belt and Road Initiative, which has been criticized by the United States over the leverage in creating political goodwill. We do have a number coming out here in about less than a minute. So if you are trading here, and just a word of warning, just in case, you never know what these numbers are going to create, any kind of volatility. So we had a nice rotation there against our pivot area. It's nice when it works out there, Robert. I mean, Don, by the way, Don, thanks again for helping me out yesterday. I appreciate it. Yeah, so number coming out here momentarily, see what it wants to do as far as any rotation. We had the 90, the 99 area, I guess got triggered last time we were up here, so be a little bit careful if you're going to take it this time around. The number is out now, maybe a little bit bullish, I don't know. Let's see what it wants to do up here. Again, if you remember, we don't like to trade numbers. So if you have anything on, or maybe you don't have, you can always wait for after the number comes out to trade the volatility that it might give us or might not. We don't know what it will do or won't do. All right. Can we repeat the levels again in the chat? Everybody's jumping in here a little bit late. There we go. Coming up here, testing, again, if depending on how you got in or didn't get in, maybe you're going to get the upper end, maybe you're trading the 43 area. But if you did, we did go and touch the 99 area initially, so maybe you're canceling it and waiting for the 05. That's also a good objective if you're more risk averse. All right, let's see what else we can. So China is, they're 100 years old, and they're not 100 years old, but their Communist Party's 100 years old. He was talking a big game, that's for sure. No, he should. Why not? The problem with China is you just never know what these companies are. They just never tell you the truth as far as what they're doing, as far as their income is concerned. After all, most of it is government controlled. So we shall see what happens there. All right, we're just coming up here, seeing what it wants to do against this 43 area. Again, not our level. We got triggered already at 99, so you don't necessarily, it's not really a level, and just psychological level more than anything else, but not really a level that we had. We got triggered. We got up to 8.5 there against our 99 early, and so I don't know. Probably if you're more risk averse, you're waiting for the 05 level. And then we do have a couple more numbers coming out here at 9 o'clock. And don't forget tomorrow's unemployment, and Monday, the markets are going to be closed in observance of the 4th. So it's, let's see. So a couple more numbers coming out here at the top of the hour. The construction spending and ISM manufacturing index. So we'll see what they're going to add to the market this morning or not. They were testing this, like I said, psychological 4,300 area. But we did have the 48 the 99 got triggered if you were up, and if you got in at 98, as it dipped down to, went up to 8.5. So again, be a little bit careful here. But if you're taking it, I said it's probably a psychological number more than anything else. If you're not, then we'll wait for the 05 on the upside. Obviously, we do have another couple more numbers that are going to be released here in about 10 minutes. So take that into consideration. Anybody have any questions? Feel free to put them down in the chat box area. Welcome to some of the new folks that are here. We are trading mini S&Ps. If you look at the chat box area, you will see the levels that we gave out this morning. Those are used as a guide to the day. They are levels that we use as support and resistance as trading opportunities against what we believe are inflection points in the market. In addition to these levels, the opportunities also exist for price action setups. And the combination of both the price action setups and the levels creates the opportunity to trade, which we are looking at to give us about maybe 4 or 5 trades during the course of a day, on average. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. Again, it's an average. And the opportunities there are price action plays. And like I said, we like to average about that many. So if you did take the 43 level here, like I said, as a psychological trade, in addition to the 99, you're doing okay with it. That's again price action opportunities. We did have another price action opportunity when it dipped down to our 94 area there, which was a little bit of a buy initially this morning after the rotation to the 99 area, and then came back down. So that was a good opportunity there if you wanted to get long. And now we're just kind of hanging up here. All right, again, we're just kind of more in there, Adam. We're just kind of hanging up here on these levels. Got a nice little bit of rotation here off of the 43 area. Again, we had 99. Like I said, maybe we added that in there because of the psychological impact of the level. Not that I trade psychological impacts, but this is a big 4,300 is one of those bigger numbers. And it's not like I didn't get to it last night. It did, but sometimes you need the morning group to at least give it one test. And that's what happened there. And now we're just kind of staying up here and hanging. So we'll see what happens. We did have a buy there initially down at the 94 area. We do have a couple numbers coming out in about 6 minutes. Construction spending and ISM manufacturing index, and those could be somewhat of market movers. So be a little bit mindful and careful when they are going to be released here at the top of June. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. Put them in the chat box area. Not again, no. Support would be right around the 94 area still. And number coming out here in about 4 minutes. Let the market deal with that next. And again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat box area. We can answer any questions that you like. While we try to answer every question. As far as a buy is concerned, no, not that either. We're just going to let it do its thing. I mean, and it's going to have some resistance all the way up, only because it up at 05. That's what I'll be looking at. There's really no buying indication up there. If that's what you're asking me. Yeah, we're just kind of in a little bit of a range here. See if we can't, if the market can't get out of it a little bit. We'll see. Yeah, that's what we do here. Patience is important in this game. Obviously, it's the want and need to trade when the market is moving around is very attractive, but it's not a winning effect at the end of the day. You're not going to be profitable if you just have to trade because you see the numbers whipping around. That's not conducive to profit making. All right, we do have a number coming out here in about 30 seconds. So if you are again, we don't like to have positions on when numbers are released, so we'll trade the after effect. And we'll see what happens. So we're right here at this 99 area. Again, we had this level earlier. We maybe, like I said, we could have got in at 43 because of the psychological impact of the level. And if you did okay. And now this number is out, and it's basically not kind of doing anything. The objective here is to make money after all. I know the idea of jumping in there and trading a lot is what you want to do when you come in here and you feel like you have to trade because you see the numbers whipping around. But the reality of it is that the market has to give you the opportunity to trade. And the opportunity is based on price action, based on a level, based on good concepts that have worked in the past for you that you can recognize and then execute. Recognition of the trade is one aspect of trading, and then execution is the other part. We try to give you multiple reasons to trade the market in our education course so that you are waiting for the love, waiting for a setup to play itself out, waiting for the opportunity to trade. And when that opportunity hits, you are given a chance to make a little bit of money. Now, if not, get your stop in place and then look for the next opportunity. Again, everybody's got different risk tolerances, so the ability of how you get into a level, how you find a trade. We can find multiple trades for you. It's just a matter of how much you want to trade and what your goals are every day. And we focus more on the morning hours here. The morning hours give us good opportunity with our methodology to trade. There's good ebbs and flows during those times. The afternoon trade becomes a little bit more choppy, a lot less volume in place, so the opportunities are not as plentiful as they are in the morning hours. And if we can bank our money in the morning, we can be happy and go on and wait for the next day. And again, we average about 4 or 5 trades during the course of the day. That doesn't mean that we're going to get them. Maybe today you've had, if you were very aggressive, 3 trades so far in a very slow market. One trade, again, was our level above at the 99 area. Initially, maybe you got in at, again, depending on how you scale in, maybe you got in at 98. Another opportunity would have been the 4,300. Another buying opportunity was down at our pivot initially. Good, Mark. Good. I knew you were going to partake in that blue band trade. I mean, you had a couple of good reasons there. I mean, it was our level. It was not a level. It was our pivot. It was a blue band. The value area was there. All right, now we're just kind of bouncing around here. Next level on the upside we're looking at is the 05 area. Again, we like volatility. We need volatility to trade, but unfortunately, we cannot create volatility. We only trade it. So that is the goal here, is to be patient and wait for the opportunities to play themselves out. And if you do that, you can be patient and wait for a setup to get triggered. And if we can get about 4 to 5 trades in the course of a day on average, I think we can probably do that. That would be fantastic. It would be great. All right. Remember, tomorrow is the unemployment number, which will be released. And we shall see where that takes us. It's always a big market mover, at least the anticipation for it is always there. But you never know what it'll bring at the end of the day. If we're going to be busy or not, especially since tomorrow is on the cusp of a holiday weekend. So that, no work on Monday is going to create some lack of volatility. Especially as the day goes on, as more, maybe some people are staying to trade, but then they do kind of take off for the holiday and enjoy the long holiday weekend. So, again, this is just one of the things that you have to keep in mind if you're going to trade tomorrow. That it's, probably see what happens in the morning and then go from there. Anyway, we focus more on the morning hours more than anything else to give us our opportunities to trade. So if we can get some trade in the morning, and we don't have to worry about the afternoon anyway. We never do. We try not to. Again, the morning hours are best for us because we give us good opportunities to trade. The ebbs and flows are definitely different in the late afternoon trade, as there's a lot less traders. The way they handle news is different. The dynamics are different in the afternoon than they are in the morning. And so that's why we kind of focus more on the morning hours for us to bank our money. If you're in front of the screen all day long, it could get a little bit, tough to try to keep trading. So again, if markets are moving, though, when they're ripping around and moving around, giving us opportunity to trade, that's a different story. If they're, the volatility is there and the opportunities are there, then, that's a totally different story. But these days, and for the most part, most of the time, the late afternoon trade is a lot tougher than the morning trade. Dynamics are totally different. And believe me, it's not like I don't like to trade. I do like to trade. It's just I also like to make money. So we'll try to keep that in mind here when we're trading. Again, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat box area. We are just hovering around this 4,300 level. We had crazy. The weather. Is it safe to get short now? Well, we were short earlier against the 4,300 level, but right now I would not get. I wouldn't be short right now, if that's asking my opinion. Next level that I would like to get short is up at the next level of resistance is up at 0.5. That's where my next level of resistance would be. So It was safe to get short initially. It's probably a lot not safer now. If that's what the question. We have to, again, find an areas that you think will work, and then make sure you have your orders in place, and then let the market kind of do its thing. It's either gonna, if we have the right logical reasons why a level would be resistance or support, then we go with it, and we trade it. And if the market is we're wrong, we get stopped out. And if we're right, we make some money. It's really that complicated. All right, there, Robert. Good trade. But the levels that we give out are the work that we do. The price action opportunities are also the work that we do. So the combination of both price action opportunities and the levels gives us setups that we like to trade. So yesterday was still raining and kind of cloudy and miserable, but they say now the rest of the next few days are going to be nice. So finally gotten out of that rainy streak, even though I know you guys in California would love it, right? But and I would love to give it to you, believe me. I mean, the last thing we want to do is kind of stand around and, I would love to give you all the rain, but we needed some here in Chicago too, so we can't complain. We cannot complain about needing some of that rain. Yeah, I know you guys need it for sure, but we also needed it here. So, but now we're caught up. Now if we can just have a little drizzle at night and sunshine during the morning, it would be perfect. Keep everybody happy. Keep the grass happy. Keep me happy. But it doesn't work out that way. Instead, you get miserable for a week. Cloudy, gloomy, yucky. Especially during summer, right? All right, as we wait for something to happen in the market, again, we have our support and resistance levels. The next level on the upside we have is 05 with resistance. Support right now would be around the 96 area. Well, I hope you're not talking about the Florida thing, because I don't think buildings don't fall down because of rain. I'll tell you that much. But well, I don't know if that was the cause, but the thing was around for a long time before it decided to do it. I mean, it's been through a few hurricanes. What happened there is just ridiculous. It's scary. So anyway. Is the golf course full of mud? Yeah, well, it is muddy. That was true. But it's very soggy. There's not so much mud on a golf course. Unless I would say there's mud on the golf course, but no, flip-flops would have been the right play yesterday. I mean, it's like every time you take a step, you're like, my friend actually, I don't know what happened, but he actually took his socks off because they were so wet and squishy. It's like, what? That was kind of gross, but that's what he did. They were all, he needed flip-flops. All right, we are just kind of hanging here. Next level on the upside we have is 05, support down at 96 right now. And in the middle here, that's what we call the no trade zone, So could go either way. Don't know what's gonna happen. All we can do is be patient and wait for the opportunity to trade. Sometimes they move around very quick and we're rapid firing trading. Until other times it's just kind of slow. Patience is important, but like I said earlier, we had a few opportunities this morning, given how slow it's been lately. To have 3 possible trades this morning is not too bad. Again, all depends on how aggressive you are. There's obviously some people are a little more aggressive than others, which is fine. And some people take every trade that's price action opportunity that's there. Other people don't. All of that is all fine. There's nothing wrong with any of that stuff. You should learn to take some profits there, Robert C. Especially when it's so slow. Well, I mean, I don't know if HFTs are, there's something to be said about high frequency. There ain't no high frequency in this trade. Right? I mean, there's not too much frequency going on here these days, so high frequency. So I don't know. Can we print up the support and resistance level in the chat box area? Those of you who might have missed them, if you look at the chat box area, you'll see the levels that are printed there for you. Again, we use those as a guide for today. We can add to them, subtract from them, delete them, adjust them, tweak them, change them. This is just a guide for today, because we're traders and because we can make adjustments to our trading day. That's what we do. But this is a guide to the day, and we use those as a guiding post to what we're going to do. What we try to do when we try to figure out where the support and resistance are is we use technical analysis for that, and also in our education course show you how to find them. I'll try to explain to you why we would use them, why a level would work. Is there a backup to the level? Do we need a backup to the level? When is it that you would have to make sure you get out? These are all part of the concepts that we're teaching, in addition to the price action opportunities that we have. So the levels are not calculated. They are, we use our live charts to show you how to find them in addition to price action. You can take some of the same concepts that we teach and use them in other markets as well to find support and resistance there too. So they're not calculated. Are you using a pivot or CPR? CPR? What's that? Only CPR I know is not good, but well, we are using a pivot because our pivot is 94. Mm-hmm. We don't calculate the pivot like most people like to use. That calculation of a high and low and 3-day average or whatever that calculation is. So we don't use that. We kind of figure out our own pivot here based on the work that we do. And again, if anybody has any questions, put them in the chat box area. We'll gladly answer them. As we are definitely just kind of hanging around this 43 area, kind of going nowhere fast. This is what we like to call the no trade zone, where we are just kind of hanging around. Okay, so the discipline is enforced through consistent application of reward and punishment. Well, the punishment part I understand. that I understand. That's what they're called, stops. That part I get. Reward. Yeah, well, okay, obviously, when we make money, that's a good reward. Hey, Don, you around? Don? You there, Don? Mark, you there? Everybody left me. You got your headset? Can you jump in here for a bit? Maybe Don will jump in here in a few. Also, if he's there, I got something just came up. I gotta take off. A personal thing. Flip you over. Don, you there? Sorry about that. Something just came up that I have to take care of. So what happens. So what happens sometimes. All right, Mark, here you are. Mark,
Hey,
let me
Sal.
know. Hey, there you go.
Everything okay?
Yeah, will be.
Okay.
Yes, Don, you're around.
I hope so. He's got a way better accent than I do.
Yeah, well, just kind of. You got the levels, got our blue band thing. I'm sure Don will show up, and you will. I'll try to get a hold of him before I leave. But I have to take off here for quick. All right, this is Mark. Mark has been with us for a while, and he trades our methodology, and he understands what we're trying to do. So I have to unfortunately take off here for a personal reason. Obviously I didn't know about it till just now. So we will. I'll get back to you. I'll see if Don, you're around before I leave. I'm going to make that.
Don.
I'm going to make him. I'm going to make him a. Well, he made his money this morning, so he's gone. I'm going to make him a panelist just in case. So in case he shows up, or I'll give him a call and see if he can't get on. All right, man.
All right.
It's yours. Take it easy. Thanks.
Thanks, Al. All right. Where's Don? Robert, you did pretty well this morning, huh? Oh, Don's probably out plowing the fields. Yeah, I took the blue band this morning. I love that blue band trade. Always seems to work out for me really well. I don't know how Sal does this every day. What do you talk about? Where's Brad when you need him?
I am here.
See, I knew you were there in the background.
Getting my hair done on Saturday.
Yeah, we're in like a communal room, so if you hear some noise in the background. For those that are joining us here, if you want to sign up for Saul's entry into his service on a daily basis, raise your hand and I'll send you out the info. If you want to come back, you want to join us on a regular basis. If you're a new trader, experienced trader.
Well, when I find it gets to a certain...
This is Saul's daily Zoom trade along from the hours of 9 a.m. till about 12 noon. How is sunny California? Or should I call it sunny?
Sunny and dry. Man, we need some rain out here. How's beautiful New York?
Man, it is hot and nasty. It's supposed to be rainy all week, but it's not really rainy today. Some big storms came in last night to clear out the heat.
Does that make it real humid?
Say it again?
Did it get real humid?
Yeah, I know it's been crazy. So I feel bad for those people doing the summer in Florida, you know. We get some nasty days, but I think they get the days on a regular basis. So.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I wonder what happened to my cohort, Don. He's probably out.
I didn't know you guys were. I'd just been in and out
cows.
myself, but I didn't realize that.
Val had something come up. He had a little bit of an emergency, I guess, so he had to take off.
Oh, it's no problem.
Yeah.
One of the nice things about the service is that Saul teaches you how to trade, so you can do it on your own.
Right.
So you don't really need him at some point. And for those that are coming in on a daily basis in Saul's monthly, they receive the levels, and they have you and Don and Saul, and it's all good.
But like I said, Don's got a much cooler accent than I do. I love his Texas his Texas accent.
I don't know if they call that. I think they call that a draw, right?
A draw, yeah. That's what I was going to say.
Texas draw. It's a good man, Don.
Yep.
He's going to be joining us in our outing.
Your outing? What outing is this?
Well, the one in Las Vegas.
There's a show coming up in Vegas, or what?
Yeah, we're doing an outing in Las Vegas.
What do you want? What?
We haven't set the date yet, but it's for people that are part of Saul's friends and family, and those that have taken his course.
Yeah.
We're going to set up a seminar. I think we're going to see what it's all about, but you should ask him about it.
Is it a trading show, or what is it? A convention?
Well, no, it's going to be
just for Sal.
It's going to be for the Zoom trade along.
Oh, awesome!
He may do some on-person training. We just don't know.
That would be really cool.
And it'd be a great time to get together and have fun, and
getting lots of trouble.
Getting in a lot of trouble, baby.
Love Vegas.
But with Don, we have our get out of jail free card. So
there you go.
Anybody with a 55-gallon drum hat
is not going to get arrested.
No, they don't mess with the oil guys. Remember that movie Giant with Rock Hudson?
Yeah, I do.
They used to have to fly their plane across their land. It was a big plane. It was like a 737 or something. Or was it DC? It might have been a DC-3.
Sure.
I think that's what Don has to do.
It's crazy. He does stand as tall as Rock Hudson, That,
What's going for?
That's a good idea, though. That would be really cool to have something in Vegas and have people go out there and meet Sal and maybe do a day of live trading or something.
Yeah, I just raised my volume. I couldn't hear you.
And he blew it.
Oh, no, I just said what a good idea that is to have something like that in Vegas for, guests and students to meet Sal and then have a day of maybe live trading. Watch him trade.
We should do that. The only issue with Vegas is that the time is so different.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone has to get up early.
But it's not a bad deal because you get to start off. You just stay up all night.
I went in.
There you go. Yeah, that's an idea.
You don't have to do anything. But we used to do a lot of the shows in Vegas back in the day when it was really crazy.
Right.
So we're just going to make it crazier. So
isn't there a show every year though for like a trader show where people go and give webinar lectures and things like that?
There was, at the peak of the .com stuff and after,
yeah,
that was very popular. That has waned a little bit into smaller. It's interesting because I think a lot of that has changed so much because a lot of the people were just into the sales part,
right,
and they weren't really trading. And I think that Saul used to go on stage back then, and people used to follow him around after because he was the guy from the trading floor, and he was the guy that really traded, and so he had a pretty good following.
Right.
But yes, I mean there was we spent some time out there. They used to do one in New York. They did one in Vegas. They tried to do one on a cruise ship.
Oh,
You know,
really?
yeah, there was a company that did that, but they were very tough to deal with.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, as far as booths and the CBOT used to be the Chicago Board of Trade.
Right.
CME had a booth. When Saul was with the CBOT, he used to go on stage. We did some live trading things from Las Vegas, which were pretty interesting. And that's how it all led into some of this stuff, because there are not many people like Saul out there.
That's good.
Right.
And one of the things that, and that's why we worked together, because he was good at what he did, and I was pioneering this concept of broadcast. And then the broadcast stuff has just gotten better and better based on the, even Zoom and Microsoft Teams. Google's getting involved now. Apple's getting involved, and some other ones are getting involved. So I think that the future holds pretty bright for the ability to share screens and technology and interact.
Right. Yeah,
And
it's
that's
gotten a lot
why.
better.
Oh yeah, and that's why we moved to Zoom from GoToWebinar, and then we set this thing up for distribution. And it's interesting because we've been getting, or Saul's been getting, a bunch of people that are coming in as either new traders or new to the S&P 500 E-mini, and becoming subscribers, and also interested in his class.
That's great.
Which has been good.
This launch that
Hey, Francisco, did you
conversation with him.
have a chance to take care of that we talked about? Sign up for Saul's course. Just let me know back in chat if you're in earsight. Apinder, welcome. Hey, Chad, I sent you out some mail, so check the email. Check the other email. I don't know which one I sent it to. Ray B, let us know how you're making out. Peter W, Max G, Mark B, Johnny Z, how you feeling? Hopefully you're feeling better. John B,
We have to be like this.
Jim W, Jason B,
I think that, I
JB,
look to,
Harpreet, Harpret.
to make
Is it Harpret? I think that might be right.
he is driving me.
Fen, welcome back. Don M, Sid, Christine. Hey, Christine.
I feel, yes, that we would, because everything's
I'll send out the opportunity for everybody to sign up for Saul's monthly.
introducing the UK
We kicked out a few people today that were just sort of loitering. If that's the right word.
The bot got him?
The bot kicked them out.
There you go.
I think
The bot gave him the boot.
and it's more efficient.
Can you hear the person in the background?
Then you have
Just a little.
Oh, good. It's my. No, is that a joke?
And Cindy,
Yeah, you can hear him, but it's not too loud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just wondering because the mic's supposed to cut it off, but I don't think it does.
Rob's having the conversation.
It's crazy.
Or Sid down
But anyway, so
having this conversation, and then the three never meet.
we'll have to pick a date for that. I'm thinking we should do something in September
Contact.
or October when the heat leaves Chicago and when
That's going.
the town gets back to a little bit of normal in Vegas.
Right. I think the temperature the other day was like 114, 115.
Oh my
Right.
God.
How do you handle that? I mean, I know the casinos are nice and cool, but to walk outside to 115-degree weather, I mean, or even lay out by the pool.
Yeah, no, it's got to be crazy. I wonder what the cycle is for their temperature. Like, when is it the best time to go?
I think it does cool down, like you said, September, towards the end of September.
Yeah, we got to figure out how many people are interested, what they're interested in, that type of thing. Which I think would be interesting too, because Saul had mentioned that was, we talked about going to Chicago, and he said, let's go to Vegas. I'm like, okay.
You don't know how disappointed I was that they closed the exchange completely. I wanted to get a tour of that place so bad for the longest time. And there was a couple other people in the room that I know that wanted to go as well. And we were hoping to see, the floor and Sal's booth and stuff like that.
It's funny because I never imagined a day when they would close it.
Oh, I know.
Even to keep it open for tours.
Right.
If they have the building, which is a little crazy. But this age of tech, has really hit us, and I think this whole concept with COVID and the ability to work from home and remotely,
Right.
Is going to be a facet of life. Even after people go back to their offices, they'll be spending a number of days, off. And also, they could travel and be anywhere for certain periods of time. And I think that flexibility has arrived, and I don't think you can I think it's a great thing just generally.
Right.
But I also think that there's companies that are going to have a hard time putting the genie back in the bottle.
Right.
And just to think, what are they going to do with that real estate? I mean, that's some expensive property right there. That's a big empty building now.
Well, it was expensive, right? I think that's the key, right?
Right,
it's like
that's true.
A lot of people went bankrupt, or said they're just never going to pay, which is interesting too. I feel so bad about Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers got into some sort of an issue with the owners, and then they sold it off to some hedge fund, and some people with some dough, and then they closed the main store. It's the same thing happened to Lord and Taylor. It was
right.
Once you sell your premier property or your flagship, you have no identity anymore. So you keep the flagship, and then you do everything else online.
He doesn't want to be on everything. That's my second topic.
It's crazy. But
right.
We're doing some work around here, so we've got some of the rooms are not available for office rooms, so that's why you hear multiple conversations going on.
You're adding another wing to your estate? Is that what you're doing?
Thank you, Chad. No, just answering him. No, we're very, we're in a bunker, we don't really move around.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It's funny. There was a time when I thought it would be a good idea to invest in, survival bunkers. Now the survival bunkers are underground estates.
There you go. Yeah.
A lot of new homes have them all built in. It's like a third story, like underground. They're preparing for the worst.
You never know. That still could be a good thing. Good business.
Well, it's interesting, right? They had these people that were moving into. There were some salt mines that they allocated spaces in, where you just pull your RV in, and you got like space 287-92 or whatever.
Like what Chad said, that's called a basement. That's true, especially out back east. Just hide in your basement, right?
Yeah, do you have basements in California?
No, very few homes have basements. There's no need for them. They're like storage. That's all.
Yeah, no, they have a lot of basements here. Everything's a basement. But it's true. When these people are like we know somebody that renovated a house by us that has a full parking garage down in their basement.
Wow.
Where they show, it's a showcase for their cars.
Uh-huh.
But I'm sure when they did it, they put in the bunker area down there too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's all crazy. But anyway, for those that are coming in that are new to the service, welcome aboard. You're coming in as guests. We're here every day from 9 to 12 noon. We're focused on scalping the S&P 500 E-mini and scalping it, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades based on a price action trading entry, exit, and stop methodology. It all starts with a trading advantage, we believe, Sol's proprietary scalping levels. Trading advantage 2 is Sol himself. During the morning session, he is scalping the market for his own account. He's also working with, helping and adjusting and tweaking traders that are part of his class. And he's also providing great commentary in and around his levels or zones as he makes his adjustments, interacts with those that are part of his service. So this is a unique opportunity to work with somebody like Sol that's been trading for 25 years or so.
You know that.
I'll send out the opportunity to sign up.
Guy, right? And so
And Francisco, let me know if you are
it's funny having to.
back.
Yeah, he doesn't enlist us at all. Yeah.
Yeah, I just pasted that in there. It says welcome, special friends and family discount, $100. Now that's versus the $379, so take advantage of it. The link I sent you is the only link that's available
Questions that on some of those.
to give you the discount.
What are you talking about? Everything.
So, Chad, is that you talking about Warren Buffett's ears? What about Spock? I think his ears are pretty big.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was Robert.
Robert.
Robert. And what is a katana sword?
Yeah.
Katana.
Katana? Oh, katana.
Yeah.
Katana. What's a katana sword?
It's one of those ninja swords that ninjas use.
Is it the one that can, like, cut
people in
like,
half?
Yeah, like one of those, huh? That's like Kill Bill sword, right?
There you go, like that.
Okay. So what you're saying is that's what you have for protection, or you're talking about dicing up
It's for
some fillets of fish?
the zombie apocalypse.
It's interesting because I think that's what we've been left with, right? We're defenseless except for some Japanese swords. They come at us with the AKs, and we got the sword. Actually, you know something? If somebody was shooting at you, you could probably use the sword to deflect the bullets.
There you go.
Right? I'd have the sword for like 2 seconds in my hand. I'd lose half my leg, just by holding it. It'd be crazy. But anyway, so raise your hand if you want the information about sign up for Sol's Friends and Family. Once you're part of Sol's Friends and Family, you can have a trading consultation,
I just like
which
like to continue to do it.
is available to you.
Learn those other markets.
And if you're interested in Sol's course and his mentoring work, that's the stepping stone out of the. So you join Friends and Family, you have the trading consultation, you find out, or we help you find out where you are in your trading, see if there's an opportunity for you to be part of Sol's mentoring and his coursework.
Right.
And then when you're part of Friends and Family, you have the opportunity to join us based on our remote locations. First off would be Las Vegas in September or October, and then we go from there. So Fen, let me know what you're thinking. Sid, let me know what you're thinking. Apinder.
Right.
Don, M.I. Francisco, let me know how we're making out on the other thing.
City.
Herr Pret, Jason, J,
Yeah, absolutely.
Jim W, John B, Mark B, Ray B. Everybody else looks good. If I missed anybody, let me know. And again, this is price action trading, looking for consistent profitability, setting up your own business on your screen. We have trading software for you if you would like. We have better trading software for you if you like. We also have the ability to teach you how to trade, how to scalp, so let us know. It's up to you. It's in your ballpark or in your camp or whatever they call it. I'll be happy to help you.
Yes, yeah.
And Mark, as always, thank you. Don, I'm not sure
Which is fine.
if he's out
To get it ahead.
directing them as they're pumping all that fuel into
Say,
them 55-gallon drums,
then I probably forget it. So that's why.
or oiling his oil wells so they don't squeak as much. You guys have those out in California too, don't you? Those like random oil wells on the side of the road.
I don't know. There's
Oh yeah, there's a few here and there. I don't think they work, but they're around.
I don't know.
It's funny. There was a lot of the stars had those.
I'll talk to you about which is
You know, that was part of their investment pool
Right.
back in the old days.
Yeah.
They were running their own oil wells. They all, they owned half of the town.
said to me he doesn't want to be on every
Don't know if they're pumping any oil nowadays.
that Luna,
I like to say the well has gone dry.
mostly Luna.
By Tinseltown, and the well has gone dry.
Which I'm absolutely fine.
Hey, how's the real estate out there in New York? Is this going crazy like it is out here?
Oh, it's bananas.
Exactly.
I don't know where everybody's getting all the money from. I can't figure it out.
I'm trying
It's
to be
amazing.
You know,
Yeah.
they're all moving from here to Florida,
Sometimes I stop.
or to North Carolina, or to California. Wherever they can get away from the. I guess it's the badly run states. I hate to say it that way.
That's true. Yeah, I agree.
And they're taking their money and they're running, but they're the ones that allowed their states to be ruined, so they should be banished from going to any good states, because they just bring all their packages with them, all their, all the crap.
Because the conversation.
Just amazing. I mean, the house in California stays on the market for an average of about 2 or 3 days, and it's gone. It's sold. There's no inventory at all.
I really never had it.
Yeah, and I think that'll change, because what happens is that catches on,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you got like it happens all the time. It's the cycle of the bubble and the collapse or the pop.
Right.
But they didn't allow it to happen during the 2007, 2009, whatever financial crisis. And then they didn't let it happen since then. They haven't let it collapse with zero rates. So there really hasn't been a boom and bust cycle.
You don't know what
So it's just been the boom, and then COVID really tripped it off, because the people all needed to escape, and buy into these other areas. But it's interesting that no matter what happens, let's say people all run to Florida. Well, now all the news is about sea rise and global warming and the infestation of the sea into these buildings, and the rotting of the structures. So there's a lot, no matter where you go, you really can't run and hide. There's always things that you face,
Right.
and you got to face it. So it's a little bit wacky. I mean, that building collapse in Florida was just outrageous and horrible. And they're claiming that the sea, is coming in underneath a lot of those properties, because they're just built on, some substrate that's really not that sturdy. It's all sand.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Whatever else is under there, it's not much. So there's a lot of craziness going on down there now, and a lot of, overbuilding.
Right.
Like West Palm Beach has just gone mad.
It's still tons of construction.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Really?
Yeah. And not only that, it's like people all jamming, moving down there, just like you said. I mean, my daughter's looking for apartments in Manhattan, and, even now that it's the season coming, into summer for the fall, she has to be ready, willing, and able to rent. She's just renting, right away. It's gone within hours.
Wow.
So there's a lot of money out there chasing stuff. There's a lot of loose money, And that's what's moving all these markets. It's all this stimulus and free money. That's why I don't understand why they're charging anybody for student loans. If you can go to the Fed window and borrow money at nothing,
Right.
why in the world is the government making money off students? You know what I mean? That don't have any money. They don't have jobs.
Right. They probably won't pay it back either.
Well, they really lock you in. I mean, there's a very serious contract when it comes to taking student loans.
Right.
And it's very scary because what the contract does is really build up the schools. I mean, the schools went through a boom of building and growth on the backs of all the individuals that paid. When you're paying $75,000 a year and then have to pay that back at some interest rate, that's a lot of money.
That is.
And then graduate school and all the other stuff, it's nutty.
I'm going to circle backwards, Dave, because I just, I text a lot, and I'm like, let's just.
But anyway,
Hey, Brad,
go. Yes,
I was
sir.
gonna say, my little kids are gonna be jumping on my lap in a couple minutes.
Well,
if John,
just love them and enjoy them.
exactly, I am. Now that they're still little,
Very cool.
they can't talk back to daddy yet.
Oh, you're just gonna have the best time. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. So let's hope Don steps in soon.
Yeah, we'll see if he comes in. There's no issue. We're at the end of the morning session pretty much anyway. And if you're not done by now, then we're here to help you based on the trade.
Posted the levels again for everyone in chat.
Well, I appreciate it, and thanks for being there.
Oh, no worries. You have a good afternoon.
You too. Or a good end of the morning, right?
There you go.
I like it.
Talk to you soon, Brad. Take
All right,
care.
thanks, pal.
And eventually become.
So let's do a little question and answer period for those that are coming in that are new to the service.
Just going
We're here to help you. We're here to help you develop what we call consistent profitability based on your trading, focused on doing 2, 3, 4, 5 trades during the morning session. If you haven't finished your morning yet, we can help you with that. One of the advantages of being part of this service is that you're connected to a 25-year trading veteran. He is actively scalping the S&P 500 E-mini for his own trading account, so he is at risk. He's also taking a select group of traders under his wing and teaching them his trading methodology, Saul's trading methodology here in this service. This is set up as a Zoom trade-along focused on
very well.
making you a better trader, helping you get a start in trading if that's your choice, and then not really falling into, I guess, avoiding a lot of minefields and traps, right, that are presented to traders based on standardized software, crosses, time frames, a lot of wasted effort, a lot of wasted brain power. What we do here is, like what's different than what we do here on a daily basis? Well, we look to focus on particular zones and levels for a particular morning's trade. So Mark just posted those. So we had the pivot at 42.94. We had resistance at 99, 43.05, 10, and 18. Below we had 89, 84, 78, and 73. Now, those are the zones and areas that Saul is looking at as a trading advantage in his own trading for this morning's trade. He gives them out to everybody in audio, so you can do the same. Now, they're called zones and levels for a reason, because nothing is static in trading. Trading is an art form that you can be taught, and then you have to apply it and develop the art form. So the art form here is, how do you make money? And how do you hold on to that money so that you have made money today against your commissions and your fees? That's what we teach. That's what's available to you. And there's a stepping stone to the process. The first stepping stone is to join this service as a
And it's good
member or a subscriber. To do that, look for the link. Actually, I'll put it in for everybody again.
So
Costs you $3.79 a month. Right now, it's on sale for $100 a month. Take advantage of it.
later this
Just sent that out to everybody. Sign up for it. Let us know that you did. Next level of service is to stay. Month in and month out, get Sol's levels, interact, set up your trading software if you haven't set it up, focus your trading software if you have it on the S&P 500 E-mini. Listen to Sol's commentary, interact with him during the morning session, receive his proprietary scalping levels and zones, listen to his adjustment and tweaking of those levels and zones, and then have your trading consultation with us, and then see if there's some progression you can do in your trading based on Sol's course and his mentoring work, and take it from there. It's really as simple as it is. So let's do some shout outs to make sure that those that are connected are connected. Those that are just here as bots, we'll just exit you. Apinder, are you around? Just let me know back in chat. Christine, did you sign up for Sol's friends and family? I think you did. Just let me know back in chat. Sid, the same. Hey, Don, M.I., welcome.
right. Yeah,
Hey, Don, let me know if you're back.
right.
Hey, Pinder, how are you? Pinder, you're still, you're part of Sol's friends and family, right?
It's a mess.
Hey, Fen, let me know if you are
You know what I mean? It's
signed up and ready to go. Francisco. Pinder, you weren't here before? God, I recognize your name, and I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Great name. Fen, let me know if you're there. Fen, give me a quick shout out in the chat area. Francisco, let me know if you're there. Oh, okay. Francisco, let me know if you're there, and then your shot.
Yeah.
Harpreet, let me know if you're there. Jason B,
Well,
let me know if you're present in there.
There is on the
JF, let me know if you're there. JF.
and fees. So
Harpreet, am I pronouncing that correctly?
that's the gap. That's the gap that they.
Oh, good. So, every once in a while I get one right. I appreciate you being here. Let us know how we can help you in your trading.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Jay, welcome. Give us a quick sound check, Jay.
What you said?
Jim W. Jim W. Let me know, Jim, if you're there.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Hey, Joel.
Take care. Bye bye.
John B.
You too. Take care.
Julio, appreciate it. KG, appreciate it. KP, appreciate it. Hey, Kurt, appreciate it. Peter O, appreciate it. QX, let me know what you're doing. Let us know how we can help you. Ray B. Robert C, appreciate it. Robert B, appreciate it. And Warren R, appreciate it. Hey, John B. Hey, John, did you sign up for Sol's Friends and Family? No way to miss the discount, I know you've been coming in. Well, here, I'll send it out to you now personally. I just gave you an engraved invitation to sign up for Sol's Friends and Family. And after you do that, if you know, and again, you sign up for Friends and Family, you get a trading consultation. That trading consultation could change your life, okay? Or change your trading life anyway. So think about it that way. Pinder, the same, If you want to sign up for Sol's Friends and Family, I'm going to send it out to everybody in the area where it says to all panelists and attendees. So this is coming in the chat area. So check your chat area right now and look for it so that we can set you up for your trading consultation. You can come in on a daily basis. You can receive Sol's levels and zones and his commentary. Well, John, that has been a while now. I think you did tell me that you were in, and I'm a trusting fellow. And so is Saul. So I think that, and I authorize you in the background to roll over at the $100. So let's say you come in now, right? And then you roll over a month from now. Instead of going to 379, it's going to be 100. So you're in good shape. Hey, quick shout out to Mady. Hey, Mady, welcome. Hey, Anna, let me know if you're around. Anna, Accentra, let me know if you're back. Accentra, quick sound check for you. Hey, Francisco, let me know if you're there. Use the chat feature to respond. Hey, John B, are you all set? Did you, do I need to authorize you in the background? Hey, a couple quick shout outs. Quick sound checks for everybody. Essentra, loud and clear, baby. How are you doing? Welcome aboard. Mehdi, let me know if you're back. John B, give me a quick update. Harpreet, let me know if you're there. Francisco, Fen, let me know if you're back. Don M.I., Sid B, and Christina A. Anna, let me know if you're back. ANA, use the chat feature to respond. When I say back, I mean, are you hearing me? Give me a quick sound check. I'll give you a quick overview about what we do here on a daily basis and what the opportunities for you are based on this service. Take a moment